Hey guys, it's Mike here. With all the injuries going on recently and lack of general depth in the NFL, I'd like to bring up some guys that have super gone under the radar and feel really obvious to me on the NFL free agency spectrum, and I feel like they could be some really good plug-and-plays. First off is PJ Walker. I cannot believe anybody hasn't said it yet. It seems like a no-brainer, and with all the weird uncertainty at quarterback this year, this really just feels weird that he doesn't have a spot yet. This man has stepped into the most doomed of situations and pulled out wins for multiple NFL dumpster fires in the 2020 Panthers to last year's banged-up Browns team. His career stats aren't insane by any means, but he gets the job done and wills the team to a win, and he is definitely a locker room positive. Having him at a backup at the very least makes sense with the way that this year has panned out. Next up is going to be Ryan Tannehill. While past his prime, it is showing that the Titans aren't doing much better after his departure. He can put the ball where it needs to be, but if asked to do too much, it could get ugly at this stage in his career. The term stopgap comes to mind, and if you don't want to make a deal to sign Mike White from the Bills, you can get the next best thing right off the market here. Next up for running backs, this is going to be Melvin Gordon. At this stage in his career, Melvin Gordon could work in a handful of carries, as well as working on pass reps. At 2,500 career receiving yards, he has proven his ability to work with the ball in space. The NFL pass game is mostly short passes right now, so I think he could have a really good late career resurgence with the right team, filling in a little bit to the midpoint of the season here. Next up is a big reason why I made this video. I saw that Hunter Renfrow is available, a dynamic route runner. Hunter Renfrow peaked in the year of 2021 with his first and only 1,000-yard season. Plagued with injuries afterwards, I understand this last 2 years, but he's had a good amount of time to recover, and he's an absolute sleeper pickup for any team he plays for. He plays a great number 2 wideout spot and runs routes to a T, which allows him to complement any quarterback in need of a safety read. I expect him to be actively pursued by the Cowboys, Titans, or Chiefs teams, as a number 2 wideout would make these teams super deadly here. Next up is going to be another wideout here in Corey Davis. Recently applying for reinstatement to the league, Corey Davis would be a great deep threat to stretch the field. He had his best years as a Titan, complimenting A.J. Brown and company, doing just that, and brushed 1,000 yards twice. I think he could work well in a lot of places as injuries build up, but for now, the Chargers, Chiefs, and Eagles could use some help stretching the field, and he would work in just nicely. Next up is going to be a defensive player here in Shaq Leonard. While recently saying he's at peace with his career, I think he could fit in with the right team, and it's definitely worth both their time. He's a great addition for a team this early on, so he can learn the system in time and have an impact later on in the season when things really matter. While hamstring issues are something he's had to deal with in the past, and that can be a unique struggle for a lot of different athletes, I have faith he can be a run-stopping force the league needs right now. I'm looking at you, Panthers, Cowboys, and Colts. Last but not least, this is more of a prediction more than a top free agent. I think you can see Micah Hyde inking a deal with the Bills sometime soon, considering he said he won't be going anywhere else, and depth on defense is going to be the move in my book. I am predicting a shift on that towards the midpoint of the season once early game volatility wears off, and you will see him wearing a Bills uniform here towards the end of the year. And that will be all for NFL free agents today. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe for more college and NFL videos here.